So, Roblox. I play it. Yes, the vast majority of popular games nowadays are brain rot slopfests that barely have a gameplay loop, have, let's be honest, macrotransactions, and exist for the sole purpose of swindling money out of children, but I still play it. What if I told you that Roblox actually contains one of my favorite games? These might sound crazy. I've played so many good games, some of the highest rated indie games ever, and yet Fantastic Frontier remains solidly in my top 5, sometimes in my top 4. That's right, I have legitimately gotten more enjoyment out of a Roblox game made by 2 people than I have, say, Terraria or Balatro. Not to say those are bad games, I do love those games, but that's besides the point. How, you may ask? How is this Fantastic Frontier so good? I'm glad you asked. Let's get started. Before I do, however, this video is sponsored by no one. Yeah, I don't have a sponsor for this video, I'm not big enough. However, if you would like to help me grow, consider subscribing. It's free and really helps me make more videos. Anyway, on with explaining how Fantastic Frontier is not only the best game on Roblox, but one of my favorite games period ever made. There's so much I could say about the world of Fantastic Frontier, most of it relating to just how darn unique it is. Most Roblox games look like, well, this, or this. Fantastic Frontier, on the other hand, is filled with so many cool areas that I don't even have a way to finish this sentence. In the Frontier alone, you have places like the massive series of holes and tunnels and plains leading to volcanic depths known as the Pits, haunted by ghosts and dragons. A field of pink and gold, orange and purple, known as Celestial Fields, where bizarre structures named Clive, canonically, poke above the landscape. A cave full of clam stacks named Clamstack Cave, for obvious reasons. A forest made in the shape of a maze, filled with force fields and traps and dangers. And so much more. That's not even getting into the best area of the game, the Nightmare, which is a massive labyrinth of liminal spaces crawling with dangerous monsters. Its areas range from a delicatessen run by sentient crocodiles, to a grand hall of many doors, to a gargantuan supermarket populated by evil clowns, to a dark shrouded highway that's about 4 times longer than the Frontier is wide. It's honestly the best environment in any game I've ever played, and yes, I really do mean that. I have had dreams about the Nightmare, many dreams. However, just the environments themselves aren't the only thing that make this world special. Oh no. There are also the monsters and the collectibles, which are every bit as unique. See, your average RPG, especially in Roblox, will have stuff like slimes and bandits and wolves for the main enemy, and Fantastic Frontier does have those, but it also has stuff like esteemed gumbos, and fantastic dragons, and the magma brain, and parasite, and giant metal knights, and giant lanterns, buff Squidward, whatever a doll is, aliens. That's just the Frontier too. The Nightmare has things like clowns and shopping carts, whatever a demo can is, the embodiment of suffering, whatever a path gambler is, giants corrupted by the ever-growing pain of industrial society, and Circus, a huge jester T-Rex rat boss thing. That's not even getting into the collectibles. The average game will have them, but they won't have as much brimming personality as Fantastic Frontiers. They won't have descriptions with as much interest and lore as FFs. They won't have something like the Extinction Bank, which says... The bank's phone rang in a shriek. The teller shouted against their ear. The voice came in a frenzy. That thing is right outside. The line disconnected. With a yell and a hop, the teller leaped into the air. They won't have something like the Pipe Machine, which says... A way to enter new worlds. When all hope is lost and the world is empty, a pipe machine may present itself to offer a second chance. I could go into detail about the armor sets and fish and feathers too, but honestly I don't want the video to be too long and I don't want to ruin the surprises. That's what Fantastic Frontier is about at its core, surprise and discovery of so many things. Besides, it's time to move on to the next bit. Beat around the bush here. Fantastic Frontier is hard, or at least it is for the first few hours. The majority of monsters can kill a new player in 1 or 2 hits, the map is huge and dangerous, and there's not really any indication of what exactly new players should be doing with their time. However, as one travels through the lands, gets slowly stronger, and starts accumulating game sense, the truth comes out: the frontier is meant to be explored, and so explore it they shall. Fantastic Frontier has two main styles of play: the Item Hunter and the Money Hunter. The Item Hunter roams around the frontier, searching for rare items, picking stuff up and selling it, fishing, killing monsters that bother them, shooting birds, closing in on the cool hat you get for collecting every Itempedia item, and generally just having a grand old time. They tend to spend the most time on the map itself. The Money Hunter, however, will spend a good deal of time searching for, what else, money, getting most of it by constantly slaying bosses over and over and over and over again. Personally, I don't get the fun of it, but each to their own, I suppose. Combat in Fantastic Frontier is broken down into three unique playstyles, each one less viable than the last. There's Ranged, where you pick off enemies from afar, Magic, where you take on foes at a medium distance with actually interesting combat, and Melee, where you rush face first into battle, hit a monster wrong, and get flung out of the game. There's also Hybrid, but that's too weird to talk about. It has way too many variations. Fantastic Frontier may be hard, but it's always possible to get help. There's plenty of people in the community who will be willing to help a newer, struggling player, which brings us to our next part of the video. Fantastic Frontier, despite its age, does in fact have a community. It's not the biggest or the most active, but it's still decently large and fun to hang out in. There are a lot of fun in-jokes and memes, some of which are even funny. Like I said, there are always people willing to team up with you for boss runs or show you the ropes of the game, myself included. There's a fairly populated Discord server that you can join and several offshoots you can join if you get an exclusively rare item, so I'll leave the link to those in the description of the video. Fantastic Frontier also has a massive and meticulously detailed fan wiki that you can consult for anything, really. If you need to know where to find a certain item, or what a boss drops, or how much a certain armor piece costs, just look it up on the wiki and you'll be sure to find it. It even has information on things that don't exist in the game, like the Kenneth's Paroxysm Flower Helmet, just in case you need that. It's one heck of a patient community, too. We've been waiting for it. I won't say that much about the music, but there's a playlist that's extremely iconic among the community, and you should check it out, it's great. Music makes the game in a lot of situations, and is especially true for Fantastic Frontier. Gathering dozens and dozens of different tracks across various sources, Spectrebox and Gorbacelli put them into just the right situation every time. Find yourself in the starting town? Exploring the deep forest? Finding the end of the largest area in the entire game, and realizing you've basically wound up in the demonic abyss from which nothing returns? It hits hard every time. End of the Road and Mr. 58 are the best soundtracks in the game. There's so much raw emotion and nostalgia packed into the playlist, and in time it will expand. I look forward to that day with every fiber of my being. Speaking of which...
Anyone knows the best place to hide is insanity.
Yes, I won't lie, it has been a while. See, Fantastic Frontier has not updated since April of 2019. That's over 6.5 years, and honestly, as of the time I write this video, it still feels like we've got a long way to go. There's been a heck of a lot of waiting, and waiting, and waiting, and waiting. I remember when 3 years max was this massive hurdle that was going to be impossible to overcome, an egregiously long time to wait for anything. I remember when 5 years of waiting was parody, a time frame that was really supposed to be a joke, playing on how long it was taking. I remember when the picks of the week were coming out, over half the wait ago. And yet, even through the wait that's taken over half a decade, a wait that is almost equal to that of Hollow Knight Silksong, the Fantastic community has remained resolute. Sure, people go, but people arrive too. People give up, but they find new hope with every teaser, every post from the devs, each and every message they send out. Personally, I think we don't really have that much longer to wait. In fact, I think the end-of-year progress report this time will be the last one. So what I'm trying to say is, well, it has been a long time. People have gone through a lot in their lives. I myself have finished my entire college career in the time between updates. Some may have moved on, some still cling to hope. But no matter what, no matter where you are in life, when that update finally does arrive, return to the frontier.